Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of Lakers, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video.
Lakers news. Austin Reaves believes Dalton Knecht is primed for a breakout season in 2025-26. He's got everything it takes, and now he's starting to get it. Dalton Knecht's rookie season with the Lakers didn't go quite as planned. What began as a promising opportunity for the high-upside guard out of Tennessee turned into a roller coaster, a trade, a rescinded deal, and months on the bench, watching from the sidelines. But if you think that's where his story ends, think again. According to teammate Austin Reaves, Knecht's just getting started, and he's picking up steam at the perfect time. Reaves sees something special in Knecht. In a recent conversation with LakersNation, Reaves didn't hesitate when asked to name a player he expects to break out in 2025-26. "I've got Dalton," Reaves said confidently. "I've heard he's been locked in for 2 to 3 weeks straight in LA, working out 2 or 3 times a day. The talent's definitely there." For Reaves, this isn't just about potential. It's about progress. He recounted a turning point late in the season when Knecht, despite limited playing time, began asking questions and showing a hunger to learn that wasn't quite there early on. "I remember after that game against Chicago," Reaves recalled. "Josh Giddey hit the half-court shot, and we're just sitting in the locker room, just me and him. He looks at me and says, 'What do I have to do to get on the floor?' And I just told him everything I'd learned." It was one of those moments where you realize he wants it now. He's starting to understand there's more to it than just talent. Talent that can't be ignored. And when it comes to talent, Knecht has plenty. Reaves pointed to a late-season game in Denver as a prime example. When most of the roster was resting, Knecht stepped up and dropped an impressive 35 points. "He can make any shot," Reaves said. "I honestly don't think there's a shot on the court he can't make. He's 6 feet 6 inches, long wingspan, athletic, all the tools are there. Now the mindset is catching up. I'm really excited for what's coming." Reaves has a growing reputation for calling breakout seasons before they happen. He previously picked both D'Angelo Russell and Max Christie as players who were ready to take big steps, and both delivered. So when he says Knecht is next, it's hard not to believe him. Knecht's confidence is growing, alongside big dreams. Dalton Knecht isn't just preparing for a stronger sophomore season, he's dreaming big. In a recent interview, he said he hopes to play with LeBron James for another 5 to 10 years. While that timeline might be optimistic, LeBron has hinted that his playing days may be winding down. It shows where Knecht's head is. He's thinking long-term. He's thinking about legacy. He's thinking about earning a spot next to one of the greatest to ever play the game. And if Reaves is right, if Knecht continues to work, stay humble, and lean into his potential, then the Lakers may have something special developing quietly behind the scenes. The bottom line. Dalton Knecht's rookie year might not have been flashy. It was frustrating at times, filled with uncertainty. But those are the seasons that build grit, and now with the help of a teammate who's been through the grind himself, Knecht is stepping into his second year with focus, fire, and an opportunity to change the narrative. If he keeps this up, 2025-26 might just be the season we stop calling him potential, and start calling him a problem for opposing defenses. A potential spark the Lakers desperately need. Coming off a season filled with roster instability, coaching uncertainty, and another early playoff exit, the Lakers are facing an important crossroads. While the spotlight remains on LeBron James' future and potential blockbuster moves, it's the under-the-radar developments like Dalton Knecht's growth that could quietly reshape the team's trajectory. The Lakers haven't had much success in recent years developing and retaining young talent. Knecht has the chance to change that narrative, and Reaves knows it. "There's something different about Dalton," Reaves added. "He listens. He absorbs everything. He's not just trying to get his own, he wants to win, and he wants to earn it the right way." That mindset, paired with his skill set, is exactly what head coach J.J. Redick will be looking for as he steps into his first season on the Lakers sideline. Redick, a former sharpshooter himself, could be the perfect mentor to help polish Knecht's offensive instincts, especially from beyond the arc. The Redick factor. Redick has already emphasized that player development will be a priority under his leadership. His experience as a role player who maximized his skill set into a 15-year NBA career gives him instant credibility with guys like Knecht. If Redick can build trust and carve out a clear role for Knecht, perhaps as a spark plug scorer off the bench, it could unlock a valuable weapon in the Lakers' rotation. A shooter with Knecht's size, 6 feet 6 inches, athleticism, and shot creation ability could be a game-changer, especially on a team that has struggled with spacing and consistent bench production. Knecht's buy-in is already there. Now it's about opportunity and timing. A locker room that believes in him. Veteran leadership in the Lakers' locker room plays a massive role in shaping young players' careers. Having someone like Reaves, who himself went from undrafted underdog to Team USA member, take Knecht under his wing sends a powerful message. It tells Knecht he belongs. It also shows the front office that this isn't just wishful thinking. There's real belief from players that he can contribute sooner rather than later. It's on him now, one team source said. He's doing the work. If he keeps this up through training camp and into the preseason, he'll force his way into the conversation. Fans are starting to take notice. Lakers fans are beginning to catch on as well. Highlights from Knecht's 35-point outburst in Denver have started circulating again, and social media has taken a more hopeful tone regarding his sophomore campaign. It's clear that if Knecht can show consistency, effort on defense, and continue refining his shot selection, he has the tools to become a true fan favorite, the kind of hidden gem every contender needs. Final thoughts. The season ahead. Dalton Knecht isn't walking into the 2025-26 season with headlines or hype. But maybe that's a good thing. Quiet progress can be the most dangerous kind, especially when it's backed by relentless work and the right support system. Austin Reaves believes in him. J.J. Redick is the right coach to develop him. And if Dalton Knecht keeps doing what he's doing, the Lakers might have just found their next breakout star, not from a trade or a max contract, but from within. Sometimes the best moves aren't the flashy ones. Sometimes it's the player who stays after practice, asks the right questions, and refuses to let year one define his story. Dalton Knecht is ready to rewrite his. Lakers news. LeBron James names Metta World Peace as the toughest defender he's ever faced. That was the moment I realized. This league is real. After 2 decades of dominating the NBA, LeBron James has seen, and overcome, just about every elite perimeter defender the league has had to offer. From lockdown specialists to gritty role players, countless defenders have tried to slow him down. Most have failed. But there's one name that still stands out to LeBron after all these years: Metta World Peace. On the latest episode of the Mind the Game podcast with Steve Nash, LeBron was asked a simple but loaded question. Who was the toughest defender you ever faced? Without hesitation, he answered. Ron Artest. Metta World Peace now. Strong as a bull. Quick laterally. Hands like a thief. LeBron didn't just throw Metta's name out casually, he told a story. One that took him back to his very first year in the league. Just 18 years old, fresh out of high school, and already carrying the weight of sky-high expectations, LeBron found himself matched up with a defensive beast in his prime, Ron Artest, then with the Indiana Pacers. He was so good with his hands, quick laterally, strong as a bull, LeBron said. We played a game when I was just a kid, and man, it was a battle. That game showed me what the NBA was really about. James recalled Artest, now Metta World Peace, as someone who made him think every time down the floor, someone who didn't just guard you, he tested you. He made me realize, okay, this is real. This is what the league is about. Stay locked in, because this is a grown man test. And I loved it. A defensive force that left a lasting impression. Facing Metta wasn't just a challenge, it was a defining experience for young LeBron. In his rookie season with the Cleveland Cavaliers, he landed in the same division as Artest's Pacers. That year, Artest would go on to win the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year award, and LeBron got a front-row seat to what elite defense looked like. It's not often that James reflects on his early years with that kind of clarity and reverence. And the fact that, out of all the defenders he's faced, Kawhi Leonard, Tony Allen, Bruce Bowen, Draymond Green, he names Metta first? That speaks volumes. Metta World Peace wasn't just tough. He was relentless. And for LeBron, he was the first true welcome to the NBA moment. LeBron has no plans to coach after retirement. While fans are already dreading the day LeBron steps off the court for good, Many have speculated about what might come next. Would he take over a front office? Buy a team? Or maybe coach? Well, according to LeBron himself, that last one is a hard no. When asked on Mind the Game if he could ever see himself as a head coach, LeBron laughed off the idea. No chance, he said flatly. It makes sense. After 20 years of game prep, film study, and carrying teams deep into the playoffs, LeBron likely isn't looking to sign up for another lifetime of 82 game grinds from the sidelines. Coaching takes a different kind of commitment, and LeBron seems ready to explore new roles once his playing days are over. Final thoughts. LeBron James has faced, and beaten, the best defenders in the world. But the fact that he still remembers the battles with Metta World Peace so vividly says something powerful. It's not just about scoring. It's about being challenged. It's about respect. And maybe that's what makes LeBron who he is. Not just the talent, but the way he honors the game, remembers its warriors, and understands what it took to become the player he is today. The ripple effect of LeBron's respect for Metta. LeBron's praise for Metta World Peace didn't just highlight a personal memory. It reignited a conversation around one of the most misunderstood and at times underappreciated defenders in NBA history. Metta, formerly known as Ron Artest, had a reputation that often overshadowed his skill: physical, intimidating, emotional. But hearing someone like LeBron James, widely considered the greatest player of his generation, single out Metta as the toughest defender he ever faced offers powerful validation of the defensive legacy world peace left behind. Almost immediately after the podcast aired, fans and former players flooded social media with their own stories and memories of Metta's defense. Clips of his battles with Kobe Bryant, Paul Pierce, and yes, a young LeBron, began circulating again. He wasn't just physical, he was smart, one fan wrote. He could read plays 2 steps ahead. Even players like Draymond Green and Patrick Beverley chimed in on X, formerly Twitter, calling Metta the blueprint for how to defend in an era filled with offensive superstars. LeBron's comments reshaped the legacy conversation. For years, debates about the best defenders of the 2000s often focused on names like Bruce Bowen, Ben Wallace, and Kawhi Leonard. But with one honest reflection, LeBron may have just moved Metta World Peace back into that elite conversation, and rightfully so. It's easy to forget that during his peak years with the Pacers, Metta was a two-way monster, averaging nearly 20 points per game while locking down the opposing team's best scorer. His 2003-04 Defensive Player of the Year award came during the same season LeBron entered the league, making their early battles all the more impactful. That James still remembers them so vividly, and holds that experience with such high regard, reveals just how formative those matchups were. Why this matters to the Lakers, then and now. The connection between Metta and LeBron isn't just historical trivia. It's deeply relevant to the current Lakers culture. Metta World Peace would later join the Lakers and win a championship alongside Kobe in 2010. He's still deeply respected in the organization and among its fans, not just for his game-saving moments, like that unforgettable Game 7 three-pointer versus the Celtics, but for his growth, humility, and honesty. LeBron's public respect toward Metta subtly reinforces a larger message. The Lakers are built on defense, resilience, and a legacy of toughness. It's a standard that stretches from Metta's era to LeBron's reign, and hopefully, into the future of players like Anthony Davis and the next generation of Lakers. A glimpse into LeBron's basketball soul. LeBron James didn't have to mention Metta. He could have gone with easier answers, more recent rivals or more popular names. But instead, he chose honesty. And in that honesty, we get a rare look into what made LeBron LeBron. Someone who remembers who pushed him, who made him think, who tested him early when everything felt new and the league felt overwhelming. Ron Artest, now Metta World Peace, was one of those first tests, and that memory still lives in LeBron's mind, not as a challenge, but as a lesson he carries to this day. What's next for both legends? Metta continues to work in player development and mental health advocacy, using his platform to mentor younger athletes, something LeBron clearly appreciates, given his own leadership role in the league. Meanwhile, LeBron has made it clear, coaching isn't in the cards, but his legacy as a teacher of the game is already cemented. Whether it's mentoring his son Bronny or sharing moments like this one, James is always paying it forward. Austin Reaves wants to be a Laker for life, and he's not afraid to say it. In just 4 seasons, Austin Reaves has gone from undrafted free agent to a trusted third option on the Los Angeles Lakers, a rare leap in today's NBA. But after a tough outing during the Lakers' early playoff exit against the Minnesota Timberwolves, some began to question his long-term fit on a team that now includes superstar Luka Doncic. While Reaves and Doncic posted a positive net rating when sharing the floor this past season, concerns about their combined defensive limitations have sparked debate. In today's playoff landscape, having two average defenders on the floor can be a costly liability. Still, if Reaves has any say in the matter, he's not going anywhere. Speaking at a youth basketball camp he co-hosted with his brother Spencer, Reaves made his feelings crystal clear. "I feel like the sky's the limit for us," he said, via Charles McCary of K8 News. "We're headed in the right direction. Adding Luka gives you a young future Hall of Famer to build around. And obviously, still having Bron, the IQ, the leadership, and the fact that he's still out there running at 40 is incredible. But for me, I want to be in Los Angeles. I want to play my entire career as a Laker. I love it there. I love the fans, the weather, the golf. And honestly, the Lakers are the best organization in basketball. As for the trade rumors, I don't pay attention. I keep my head down and work. That mindset is a big part of why I'm even in this position today." A long-term future in LA? Reaves is eligible for a contract extension this summer, and the Lakers can offer up to 4 years and $89.2 million. However, league insiders expect him to decline that offer and instead play out the season, becoming an unrestricted free agent next summer. That move could open the door for a much larger payday, either from the Lakers or elsewhere. But Reaves' loyalty and love for Los Angeles may give the Lakers a significant edge in negotiations. His desire to stay and grow with this team, especially alongside Doncic and LeBron, could make all the difference when it's time to talk long-term. Of course, that decision may hinge on what the team looks like after a full season with Doncic in the mix. Chemistry, fit, and success will all play a role in shaping the future of this promising core. The Lakers are eyeing key reinforcements. If the Lakers want to maximize the potential of their Reaves-Doncic-LeBron trio, they'll need to build the rest of the roster carefully, and that starts with size and defense. One name that keeps coming up? Brook Lopez. The veteran big man from the Milwaukee Bucks has been linked to Los Angeles multiple times this offseason. Though not quite the dominant force he once was, Lopez remains one of the smartest defenders in the game. He can still protect the rim, stretch the floor with his three-point shooting, and brings a level of professionalism that any contending team would welcome. The Lakers already have a good relationship with Lopez from his brief stint with the team in 2017-18, and his skill set could be the missing piece to help balance the lineup and cover the defensive gaps left by Reaves and Doncic. What comes next? For Austin Reaves, the goal is simple: stay in LA, keep improving, and help the Lakers compete for titles. Whether that path leads to a massive extension, a championship run, or both remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: Reaves has no interest in leaving. He's invested in the culture, the fans, the franchise, and the future. And if the Lakers feel the same way, they'll do everything they can to keep him in purple and gold for years to come. Reaves' loyalty resonates with fans and teammates. Austin Reaves' heartfelt comments didn't just catch headlines, they resonated deeply with Lakers fans and even some of his teammates. In an era where player movement is constant and loyalty can feel like a thing of the past, Reaves' desire to spend his entire career with one team struck a powerful emotional chord. On social media, Lakers fans flooded timelines with support for Reaves, praising his work ethic, humility, and team-first mentality. "Austin is the kind of guy you build around, not just because of talent, but because of heart," one fan tweeted. Even Lakers legends like Pau Gasol and Metta World Peace showed love for Reaves' commitment in online posts, calling him a true Laker at heart. Behind the scenes, Reaves is reportedly well-liked in the locker room and respected for his no-nonsense approach. His rise from undrafted status to a core role on one of the league's most scrutinized franchises has become a blueprint for young players trying to make their mark. He's living proof that consistency, discipline, and patience can carve out a place, even in a league dominated by big names and big contracts. A defining season ahead. Despite the goodwill and mutual admiration between Reaves and the Lakers organization, this upcoming season will likely be a defining one for both sides. With LeBron James entering the twilight of his career and Luka Doncic now in the fold, expectations are sky high. Every move matters, and every performance will be under the microscope. The Lakers are hoping that a full season with Doncic and Reaves in the backcourt will provide answers about their long-term viability as a duo. Can they generate enough offense to outweigh their defensive concerns? Will LeBron's continued presence elevate their play and leadership? If they mesh the way the front office hopes, it could lead to a long-term commitment between the Lakers and Reaves, one that sees him become not just a contributor, but a franchise cornerstone. Front office moves. No time to waste. With pressure mounting, the Lakers front office knows it needs to act decisively. Bringing in someone like Brook Lopez could help solidify the defense, but other options remain on the table. There have been whispers of potential moves involving versatile wing defenders or a backup playmaker to take pressure off Doncic and Reaves during heavy minutes. One thing is certain, the Lakers are not standing still. There's a sense of urgency to build the perfect supporting cast, not only to compete now, but to set the stage for a smooth transition when LeBron eventually retires. Players like Reaves could be the bridge between eras, guiding the team from the LeBron era into its next chapter. Reaves' mindset remains unshaken. Through it all, Reaves remains focused on the present. He's said repeatedly that he doesn't dwell on rumors, contract chatter, or what's next. His only priority? Getting better every day and doing whatever it takes to help the Lakers win. That's always been who I am, he told reporters earlier this year. I try to block out the noise, put my head down, and earn everything I get. It's that mentality that's made Reaves a fan favorite, and one of the most quietly impactful players in the NBA today.